wishes and extend my congratulations on this auspicious day of Teachers Day, 5th of September. Respected Dinesh जी, जो हमारे former director रह चुके हैं इंस्टीट्यूट के, and विनोद नेगी, प्रोफेसर पुनीत जी, राजेश जी, and our worthy scholars, students of both the years, right? A lot has been said by each one of our teaching fraternity, and they have tried to pass on the message of education, teaching, and certain instructions. Because 5th of September, you see, it got to be celebrated as a Teachers' Day. It's a fundamental day for entire educational class, be it teachers, students, or research scholars, right? And but today the presence attendance is very thin. It should have been a full house. Rather, it should have been overcrowded, I think. Each one of you should have been present today. But unfortunately, many of the students, they thought it better to stay away from this program. And as Dinesh said, it's happening for the first time. And I urge you to be more disciplined in the institute, if at all you are here. We won't be repeating these lines again and again. Better you pass on the message, right? In the times to come, and in all your future programs, functions, you've got to be present 100%. If at all somebody is absent from these kind of main functions, so we'll see to it that the student should be made understand the nitty-gritty of academics and student life. And this is all for your benefit and in your favor, right? And you see, as we celebrate this Teachers' Day, the birthday of Professor Dr. Radhakrishnan. He was the Vice President of India and he was the President as well from 1962. And he was a towering, learned personality. India has very few personalities whom we can boast of as being full of erudition, scholarship, academics, and fortunately, Dr. S. Radhakrishnan was one of them. And it was his own personal thought that a day should be celebrated in the honor of teachers and students, because in the classical Indian style, have you heard of Guru Shishya Parampara? Guru Shishya Parampara is very, very important. The entire Indian classical music system, it goes on, floats on the Guru Shishya Parampara, which is very, very vital. Even in the vicinity of a teacher or in the company of a teacher, you learn a lot. Whether the teacher teaches you or he doesn't teach you. But his mannerisms, his behaviorism, and his, silent vibes, they do a lot for the students. This is what we have understood, as has been told by Rajesh also. This is very, very important. And we can learn many things from the life of Dr. S. Radhakrishnan. He was such a towering personality that once he visited Russia, and Stalin was the PM or the President of the United States. And he offered him a chair, Dr. S. Radhakrishnan. He sat in the chair, but Stalin kept standing before Dr. S. Radhakrishnan. Such was the huge impact of the aura and persona of Dr. S. Radhakrishnan. And how he has done it? He has done it through scholarship only. And I tell you, education is the single most weapon that empowers each one of us. And that, that has a power to transform our entire society, of which we are a single unit, we are a part of. If society survives, we thrive. And society survives only when we, through our education, through our scholarship, and full regard to teachers and alma maters, we keep up the flag of academics flying all around. And academics or teaching or, this scholastic aptitude, it's not only for 2 years or 3 years or 4 years. It's a lifelong. We have in this university departments of lifelong learning, I think, Department of lifelong learning, triple L, 3 L's, lifelong learning. Education never stops. Today you got to, tackle artificial intelligence, robotics, machine learning. Maybe tomorrow you will be dealing with other kind of sciences which have broken the frontiers of research and development. Education never stops. Learning never stops. Teaching never stops. And each one of us, we are teachers and students at the same time. I can be a student to somebody else. I can be a teacher to somebody else. You too can be teachers to somebody else, and as well as teachers to some of the people around. You got to teach and learn at the same time. That's how vast ocean of knowledge it gets built up, and that's what Dr. S. Radhakrishnan has taught us. He would become a leading light or a torch bearer or a beacon of scholastic aptitude just because of the strength of reading, writing, learning, speaking, commenting. And if you don't do it, so I think you'll be doing injustice to yourself also, to your institute also, to your teachers also, and the biggest thing, to your parents as well. Lord Krishna, he had Sandipani, Rishi Sandipani as his guide mentor. Lord Rama, Bhagwan Shri Ram, he had, Valmiki. Swami Vivekananda, he had Ramakrishna Paramahansa. Shivaji had, I think, Samartha Guru Ramdas as mentor. Mahatma Gandhi has Gopal Krishna Gokhale as his teacher. And Gopal Krishna Gokhale had as his teacher Dadabhai Nauroji. And if at all you take on the international plan, you see, you had Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, Alexander the Great. It's a huge chain of philosophers, at the highest level. Socrates, he taught Plato. Plato taught Aristotle. Aristotle taught Alexander the Great. And Alexander the Great set on a mission to conquer the world. Though he was stopped by Chanakya and King Porus on the banks of the river Jhelum. India reigning supreme always. Why? Because we had the oldest teacher as Chanakya with us, जिनके नाम पे आपका इंस्टीट्यूट का नाम रखा गया. To my mind, to my knowledge, I think Chanakya was the first and the foremost teacher. And the kind of book he wrote as Shastra. I don't know any other book having been written before that, except Vedas, Smritis, Upanishads. And while talking to economics and management, Adam Smith, Wealth of Nations, he came quite late on the scenario. Chanakya was already there with his book Arthashastra. Though he was a political thinker, but he wrote the book Arthashastra. Why? Because money is important. It's a central focus of entire business, trade and commercial activities. So Dr. Radhakrishnan was, from that class who was a great philosopher, and he talked about Hindu religion also, and he remained Vice Chancellor also of Banaras Hindu University, and he was the only one, who wielded tremendous, he played a sterling role while being the President of India. India-China war happened during his time only, and the two Prime Ministers died during his tenure as a President of India. But still he carried on the torch of governance, politics and academics at the same time. उनकी किताब है बहुत सुंदर, though I have not read it, but I have heard a lot about it. Some Hindu darshan. He has wrote on Hindu vision in a very scientific and a very rational manner, unlike the present circumstances. So we need to imbibe in what you call some thought, some nuggets of wisdom from his life, and only then can, in real sense, we be celebrating our Teachers' Day, 5th of September, isn't it? And you must know it that the International Teachers' Day is celebrated on 5th of October. Do you know this? 5th October, 5th of September, right? And the ancient Hindu scriptures, they have given beautiful elucidation of the teachers, what a guru is. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Meshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahm, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. He has been elated as, on the pedestal of a god, isn't it? And it has been said that a king is respected only in his kingdom. But an academician or a well-versed, literate person, educated one, he or she is respected all over the world. Whether you go to attend some international conferences, with research papers, if at all it's good, you'll be receiving kudos, accolades from all teaching fraternities sitting there. We have seen it. Once I was in Spain, you see, Madrid, and it was an international conference on political science. So this Yogendra Yadav, you have heard of him. Now he's Aam Aadmi Party's and now Yogendra Yadav. He too was there. And he was there as a guest speaker. He spoke for 1.5 hours. And so brilliantly he spoke on the, this theme of whatever was assigned to him, that he got standing ovation, even in the Madrid. And in India, he is chased by the police. He is charged with lathis. But in Madrid, I witnessed that. A huge hall was there. And all international gathering scholars, professors from various universities, they were present. And he spoke so eloquently that he got a standing applause, standing ovation from all the audience. So that kind of attitude stuff you need to inculcate. And this is your golden chance to be, to do the academics seriously. You've got to be loyal to your teachers, number one. And better you take my message to all seniors and juniors of all semesters. You've got to be loyal to your teachers, you've got to be loyal to your alma mater, and you've got to be loyal to all, student fraternity with each other. That's how you build up the culture. The culture of this institute has to be built by students only. Students are software, we are the hardware. We deliver lectures, we teach you what we think should be taught you. But it's only software that makes things moving, things clicking. If the software is not good, hardware won't work. So better you people take yourself as a software and try to improvise, try to purify, be on the track. And it's a shame, I think, on the student fraternity that on this great day of educationists, you are just going around and not attending this kind of functions. This is a very sorry state of affairs. So, not elaborating much, I extend my good wishes to you for your bright future in academics. And for this day, we pay homage and great respects to Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, that at least he has provided us a day to assemble together and to talk about education in a free and frank and candid manner. And the tradition of this institute should be kept up by you in the times to come, and you need to plan, and we'll talk in the classes also, all these things. How we can beautify the institute, and how these things will not be repeated in future. So I once again extend to you my warm greetings, wishes, and I wish for your absolutely bright future in the field of academics, wherever you are, wherever you go, and whatever you do. Thanks so much.